Alright, I'm running a little bit behind today, but that's a-okay. Yeah, let me go ahead and advertise that I'm live now. Yeah, I know it's been a long first week back at classes, so I'm a little exhausted today, so I'm probably not going to go for the full time. However, I'm going to go as long as I can. Alright, the stream was accidentally playing audio from one of my other monitors, so I had to turn that off. Alright. I should be good with all the advertisements in just one moment. Yeah, I need to make a post on X then Blue Sky. Alright. Alright, let's wait for a few people to join the stream, and I'll go ahead and start the next chapter of Umineko. Ooh, it's been really cold out. It's like -10 Celsius. Alright. Oh, crap. Does this rip? Oh, that's a problem. My shirt ripped. That's great. Should be fine though. Alright. Oh, something's weird happening to the stream window. Oh, there we go. Yeah, for some reason the other monitor, for some reason, like, there was like a weird glitch going on with it, so, yeah, I think the glitch was fixed. Not sure though. Alright. Yeah, since this is a later stream, I was kind of expecting not as many people come on live, but the archive will be saved later. Because yeah, no, usually my streams are much earlier in the day, but with my recent availability, I can only stream later into the evening. So yeah, a lot of these streams might be a bit more quieter, but hey, I'll get through some chapters of the game a bit faster. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and start the chapter. Yeah, throughout the stream, people might swing by. However, yeah, today I kind of expected kind of a laid-back stream. I do apologize about it being later than usual, but with my current schedule, I can't really do much about that. Right. Hold on. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I was just double checking a few things, and we should be good. Let's go ahead and start the chapter. Usually I give myself about 30 minutes before stream to prepare, but today I was so behind schedule, I've started the setup 5 minutes before. The cousins walked along the beach, playing in all kinds of ways. They searched for bits of glass, polished by the waves to become small and gem-like. They caught up on news of each other's lives, and joked around. They wrote words in the sand. They chased the receding waves, and ran away from the coming ones. The cousins enjoyed the time they had to themselves.
待て待てマリア今度は許さねえぞ
It's so peaceful right now, right before horrible things happen.
転ぶと怪我をするよ二人とも気をつけて
風が強くなってきたかなそろそろ引き上げた方がいいかもしれねえぜ
そうだね空も曇ってきた気がするよバトラ君マリアちゃんそろそろおしまいにして一度ゲストハウスに戻ろうか
おやだもっと遊ぶ
こらこら
聞き分けろおい。じゃあこれでおしまいだ。ほら俺のガラス石やるよ。
おーい、本当？ありがとうバトラー。これで一番数が多いのはマリアだから優勝だね。
エンジェ大丈夫か？
どうしたエンジェ？少し元気ないぞ。
疲れたんだよ。さあみんなで戻ろう。
Angie's expression probably did look tired. However, Battler alone thought he saw something else in it.
なんかあったのか？話してごらん。
なんでもない。
She said that. But something in her expressions showed that she was unsatisfied for some reason. Since Angie didn't say what it was, and Battler couldn't think of anything, he was unable to guess anymore. So he squeezed her small hand, silently letting her know that she could tell him whenever she was ready. But would she tell Battler? Even though it seemed such like a... I'm gonna repeat that. Even though it had seemed like such a bright, sunny day a second ago, the sky turned gray, and the wind started to feel more annoying than pleasant. If they waited around, they would probably see scattered raindrops as well soon.
これであとはずーっと大雨ってわけか。なんだかげんなりするぜ。
でも短い時間だったけど童心に戻れて楽しかったよ。
このガラス石早くママに見せてあげるの。マリアが優勝したってママに教えるの。
にひひ俺が見つけたやつを譲ったんだけどな。
マリアがもらったからマリアのものなの。だからマリアが優勝なの。
Hey man, it's 2 a.m. here in Italy, so I can't stay, but I've been following the series, and you're goated, so enjoy the final episode, it's peaked. Thank you, Chiro. Yeah, I know that for a lot of my viewers, it is really late into the night, so I do apologize. I did not get home until about 30 minutes ago as well, so yeah, this is a late stream for me since I just got out of classes. Angie walked distractedly, pulled along by her brother. George and the others thought that she was probably woken up too early and was tired, so they didn't try to talk to her much. As they reached the end of the forested path, the rose garden lay before them. They could see strong winds making the rose bushes wave.
Mama! 見て!
Oh no. I remember when this happened last time, or, you know, when we were in the rose garden when it was like this tent. I remember what happened last time. Maria ran forward, waving her hands about and yelling. It looked as though Rosa was waving to them from the front of the guest house.
私は一度自分の部屋に戻るぜ。そしたらすぐいとこ部屋に行くよ。
うん、わかったよ。じゃあ後ほどね。
Jessica ran off in the direction of the mansion. George turned around, as though suggesting that they had better get going too. However, when he saw Angie standing still with a crabby look on her face, he realized that something might have put her into a bad mood.
大丈夫かい？
ああ、大丈夫だよ。悪いけど先に行っててくれねえかな。
うん、わかったよ。じゃあ後で。
You know, this might be one of the first times we see Balor be an older brother to Angie. This is going to be an interesting interaction, I think. well, what I meant by is an older brother in the sense of, you know, him talking to like a 6-year-old Angie. We've seen him be an older brother multiple times before, especially at the end of episode 7 and the beginning of this one. However, this is the first time we see Balor within the human world being an older brother to Angie in the human world in the prospective ages that they were in 1986. So this is going to be a really interesting interaction. George headed for the guest house. The only ones left in the rose garden were Balor, who was waving at George, and Angie, who was still staring at the ground and holding Balor's hand. For the past few minutes, he had repeatedly asked Angie what was wrong. He realized that this wasn't anything like a stomachache, or something obvious that had made her grumpy. However, young girls sometimes get upset for reasons that only they can understand. Balor knew this, so he didn't rush her in any way, and continued to gaze around the beautiful rose garden, holding her hand.
お兄ちゃん。
どうした？
どこ？
Oh, this is a fun part? Alright, here we go.
ここ。
She asked the question, as though she was talking about something on the other side of the silver screen. Though Balor understood what that question meant, he played dumb.
どこって？六軒島だろ？
違うわ。
違わねえさ。
これのどこが六軒島だっていうのよ。
1986年10月4日の。
Okay, this is very specific wording. Okay, what are you up to, Burn Castle?
お前が知りたがってた六軒島だ。
The Rokenjima you wanted to see for so long. Uh-oh. Okay, so Angie is definitely not a piece. This is Angie getting tortured. Well, I guess she's still a piece in a way, but she's a piece that's not controlled by Burn Castle, I don't believe.
嘘よ。
どうして？
こんなの嘘っぱちだわ。
Angie wrenched her hand from her brother's grip. That hand hit a rose and sent flower petals flying.
俺は嘘なんかつかねえ。
You may not lie, Balor, but would burn.
これのどこが真実だっていうの？
Although, pieces do act the way that they would in real life for most of the time. So does that rule still apply here? Angie spat those words out. However, Balor's expression remained calmed and composed.
何が気に入らない？
Does Angie still have her memories, or is she about to call out everything?
後宮金蔵ってあんな人のわけないでしょ？
Yep, okay, this is definitely 18-year-old Angie, but, you know, as her 6-year-old self in 1986.
孫たちとしばらくぶりに再会したなら、どこのじいさんだって目尻を下げるだろうぜ。
少なくとも後宮金蔵はそういう人じゃなかったでしょ？後宮金蔵ってのは
厳格で気難しく短気で怒りっぽい。
No?
分かってるじゃない。何よあれ。あれのどこが後宮金蔵なのよ。
Yeah, this is 98 Angie, kind of hijacking Peace Angie for a bit. Oh, wait, this is a hijacking? Huh. Okay.
ハロウィン？プレゼント交換？何よそれ。こんなの後宮金蔵じゃない。六軒島じゃない。
エンジェは覚えてないのか？
何がよ。
こんなのはいつも恒例だったじゃねえか。
gaslight her?
これが
そうだよな。お前が親族会議に来たのは6歳より前なんだもんな。なら覚えてなくても無理はない。
覚えてなくてもって。
Angie understood what her brother was trying to say. However, she couldn't accept it.
後宮金蔵は確かに厳しい人だったさ。若かった時は相当きつく息子たちに当たっていたらしい。
Not gaslit, it's magic. Just kidding. He gives a different explanation. Okay.
それが半ばトラウマになって、クソ親父たちが未だじい様のことをおっかながっていることは、まあ確かに外れじゃない。
The grand tale of how Kinzo restored the Ushirimiya family was more than enough to paint him as a rigid, terrifying man. Furthermore, Kinzo was an investor, the worst kind of person. All the legends and tales that made him seem more mysterious had probably worked in his business's favor. What is Kinzo's business? Like, what did he do to be an investor? Like, did he just invest in other people's businesses using his fortune? Like, was that his full-time thing, or did he have another business? At times, Kinzo may have acted out this part people expected, endeavoring to make his presence all the more overpowering. That's why the world at large spoke of Ushiromiya Kinzo as a strict, short-tempered man. Ah. And they even thought of him as a fickle, bold, incomprehensible eccentric. Kinzo, Tesla is looking very bullish.
でもそれはじい様の外の顔だ。
I think I know what Peace Battler might be trying to explain. A lot of the stories that Angie hears from the fragments, or hears from other people around her, makes a perception of these characters the way that we know them. However, they're trying to expand our mind into thinking, what if there's another way that they could have acted outside of a memory?
後宮家で親類一同水入らずで過ごす時の顔じゃない。
目尻を下げて孫たちを溺愛する涙腺の緩んだ老人が後宮金蔵の本当の姿だっていうの。
Hey Matt Goldsmith, sorry for the late stream. Due to my class schedule, I do have to do later streams during weekdays.
エンジェだって遊んでもらったり頭を撫でてもらったりしたことがあるはずだ。本当に覚えてないのか？
Well, she was 6 years old by the time the incident where grandfather died, and if we apply the idea that he's been dead for like 2 years at this point, would Angie have remembered? Because she would have been like 4 or younger when she would have been around Kinzo before he passed away. Even though in this fragment he's still alive, would Angie have remembered? Stuff like that might have happened once or twice. But that must have been a mere whim of his. My parents told me all the time, grandfather is a terrifying person, so make sure you act properly. They always said that he's very scary, so take care.
だから怖い人なのよ。
幼いお前は親の言いつけを過剰に聞いて鵜呑みにする。よく言えば素直な。悪く言えば思い込みの激しい子だった。親父たちは 行儀よくしてるようにと念を押していただけなんだ。
Quote from Umineko: People are multifaceted. Indeed.
私見てたもん、知ってたもん。後ろ宮金蔵は恐ろしい人だって怒鳴ってるところを見たことがあるもん。
Oh, she might have had some memories.
私は覚えてる、忘れない。
さっきも見た通りじいさまは唐突なお人だ。
Just him making this pose of just like smiling out loud with his arms like this, it's just too much, man.
ひょっとすると何かを驚かそうとしたのかもしれない。あるいは親たちとの真剣な議論の中でつい怒鳴ってしまったこともあったかもしれない。
それを私が勝手に怯えて、勝手にそうだと思い込んだっていうの？そんなはずないわ、そんなはずない。だって私は覚えてるもの、忘れない。ちゃんと見たわ、後ろ宮金蔵が怒鳴ってる恐ろしいところを。父さんも母さんも怯えていたわ。だからわかるの、私はわかる。
幼いお前が抱いたじいさまの印象はそのまま残り、お前の成長とともに膨らんだ。
How many times did Angie see Kenzo in her life? How old was she the last time she saw him? Angie, who got sick easily when under pressure, couldn't have gone to Rokujima often. And since she was absent for the family conference when she was 6, her last memories of him must have come from when she was just 5 years old.
お兄ちゃんだって6年間後ろ宮金蔵には会ってないじゃない。
True, but he has 12 years over you from those 6 years where he could have seen him.
そうだな。でも6年ぶりに帰ってきて、じいさまは6年経っても全く変わってなかったって知ったぜ。
金蔵は気まぐれで何を考えてるかわからなくて、不気味なオカルト趣味の鬼人で。
オカルト趣味なのは間違いない。妖精の趣味にしちゃちょいと珍しいものだったのは事実だ。
I mean, I think there are stranger hobbies in the occult.
その不気味な収集品で孫を怖がらせてからかう悪い趣味があったことは俺も認める。
And yeah, I do agree, Agisi. Probably Kenzo was dead when Angie was 5, but for the narrative's sake, I'm gonna let them say that she might have seen him at 5 years old. Even Battler had been pranked by Kenzo in the past. He'd do things like showing off in a tash case with 7 strange stakes in it, and say something about how they were once used in the Middle Ages to gouge the hearts of victims in a witch's ceremony. Well, there's the 7 stakes of hell. When Kenzo did things like that, it was pretty scary, but looking back on it now, they really were childish pranks. Grandfather only scared his grandchildren because he wanted to joke around with them.
じいさまはきっとお前にも同じことをしてからかったと思う。幼いお前がそれに怯えてじいさまを不気味で恐ろしい人だと思い込んだとしても無理もない話だと思う。
お兄ちゃんが何を言ってるのかわからない。
Angie bit her lower lip and stared at the ground. She said she didn't understand, but in truth, she understood perfectly and was refusing to accept it.
さっき客間でハロウィンのプレゼント交換があったな。
Oh wait, she was sick in 1984 as well? Oh, if she was. Oh, I thought I thought he would. I thought you were saying that you know, she was sick in 1984. But if she was sick in 1984, that means she would have not seen Kenzo when she was 4 years old. That means the last time she might have saw him was at 3 years old, and that's probably around where either memories start formulating, or you just don't have any memories at all. Because I really do not remember anything, you know, before I was like 2 or 3 years old.
何よあれ。あんな甘ったるいこと後ろ宮家でやるわけがない。
Oh my god. Just imagine if AG had told Battle right here about the truth of Beatrice.
お前はまるで覚えてないんだな。
You know, that does bring up a good question. In this timeline, what exactly happened with Beatrice? We've not heard or seen anything of Beatrice yet. So let's see if something does come up.
私もかつてプレゼントをもらったことがあるというの？覚えてない。そんなのあるわけがない。
オカルト好きで西洋かぶれのじいさまがハロウィンをやらないと思うか？じいさまのハッピーハロウィンはもう親族会議の挨拶みたいなもんだったぜ。エンジェラってもらってるはずだ。幼いってのは残酷だな。じいさまが心を込めて選んだろうプレゼントもお前の心には全く残らなかった。
I really think there might be some sort of gaslighting right here, even though they might be showing her separate perspective of what she remembers and what she has heard from other people. At the same time, however, this feels like gaslighting.
私が幼かったから覚えてないだけで。あれが真実の10月4日だというの
So I do like where the narrative is going because it kind of gives a perspective of there could have been a different side to each and every one of the characters away from what's in the bottle fragments as well as, you know, the interpretations of other people.
あの日も6年前と何も変わらずじいさまはハッピーハロウィンの声とともに客間にやってきたよ。
Say that in red.
そして俺との6年ぶりの再会に涙をこぼしてくれながら俺とプレゼントの交換をした。じいさまはエンジェが来れなかったことを残念がっていたよ。
Okay.
だからエンジェにぜひ渡してくれとキリエさんにプレゼントボックスを預けていた。
I wonder how they're gonna explain the Rokonjima incident.
そんなプレゼント私は知らない。受け取ってない。
そうだな。お前に届けることはできなかったな。
I wonder why.
私は信じない。あんな後ろ宮金蔵なんて信じない。じゃあ親族会議はどうなの？遺産分配のためのきな臭いものじゃなかったの？親族兄弟たちはみんな資金繰りに困っていた。
This feels like a graphical error right here. Hold on. This feels like a graphical error.
そのために金蔵の遺産を渇望していた。
Is that supposed to be like the letter right in front of the parlor or something?
エンジェはそんなことをどこで知った？
Oh, that's meant to be Ava arguing during the family conference in the parlor, I believe. What happened to the graphic there?
どこってそうでしょ？それが真実でしょ？
幼いエンジェに親父が自分の会社の経営が苦しいなどと相談すると思うか？
Absolutely. What else would he talk to your daughter about?
親父だけじゃない。クラウスおじさんやエヴァおばさん、 ローザおばさんが幼い園児に資金繰りに困っているから早く遺産が欲しいなんて話を。仮にするにしてもお前がいる前ですると思うか？
Absolutely. Looked like the transparency effect or whatever wasn't working properly. Yeah. I mean, that is a glitch that can sometimes happen, and even with large games like Umineko, I can kind of understand where something that might slip through the cracks.
だって
I mean, it's not game breaking, it's just a small little glitch.
でも本当でしょ？
It probably slipped through quality assurance, or it might have been like a problem with the mod I'm using since I am using the Umineko mod. That might have been just something that slipped through the cracks in the mod. In the end, it was true. Angie's words were not mistaken. Not only Rudolph, but even Klaus, Hideyoshi, and Rosa had companies in money trouble. People started talking about their Rokonjima explosion accident as though it was some sort of conspiracy. That's a really beautiful image of the, you know, the seaside of Rokonjima. That's a really beautiful image. And mystery imagined by the public covered the island. Weekly magazines and television shows researched the circumstances of Kenzo's children at the time. And in the future where Angie lived, that research had been made public. It is definitely the mod, since the Steam version doesn't even have those CGs, right? That is very true. I think the Steam version might have the original, like, photo bash images that Rikishi used for a lot of the Umineko and Higurashi games. Like, kind of like the images of real life, but with, like, you know, some sort of effect on them. However, I'm using the mod where they had original, you know, backgrounds. And of course the CGs.
1986年よりも後のことだ。
でも事実でしょ？事実は真実。
What if there is?
だから六軒島での親族たちは遺産をめぐってギスギスしていたってわけか？そこにエンジェの幼い頃の親族会議では粗相がないように行儀よくしているようにと親に重ねて言われて緊張した記憶が重なる。
私の知っている六軒島が後宮家が
Is Angie about to have an existential crisis?
間違ってるっていうの？
She's about to have an existential crisis.
間違ってるのはお兄ちゃんよ。あんなのありえない。あるわけがない。私は認めないわ。あんな後宮金蔵断じてあんな後宮金蔵を受け入れることなんてできない。
エンジェは信じないのか？
No, she does not.
ええ、信じない。お兄ちゃんがどういうつもりでこんなものを見せているのかわからないけれど、だってこれはお兄ちゃんのゲーム、いえゲーム版じゃない。
Is it though?
ベアトだのベルンだの、何人もの魔女が私の運命を嘲笑い、そのゲームで屈服させようとしてきたわ。でも私は真実を求めている。魔女たちのまやかしなんか通用しない。
But is this an illusion by the witches?
なるほどね、魔女たちめ。最後の資格にお兄ちゃんを送り込んできたってわけだわ。
そうだな。これは俺のゲームだ。
It's not Balor's game though. It's Baron's.
だから確かにこれは俺の物語であり、俺が紡いでいる。だからこそ、もしもお前が島に来ることができたならというイフを混ぜることができる。
の物語じゃない。全部お兄ちゃんの嘘っぱちの作り話じゃない。
そうだな。これは全て俺の作り話だ。
ほら認めたわね。認めたじゃない。やっぱりこれはお兄ちゃんの嘘なのよ。どうして嘘をつくの？どうして私に真実を教えてくれないの？
真実よりもっと大切な、どうしても伝えたいことがあるからだ。
真実より大切なこと？何それ？わけわかんない。
それを分からせるためのものが俺のゲームだ。
Just as Beto's games were made to make Battler believe in witches, Battler's game was made to show Angie something that was more important than the truth. Is it love? Games never games never bring about their intended ends by force. After all, Beto's game could never be won for all eternity unless Battler acknowledged witches on his own. Battler's game was the same. Battler couldn't win in this game unless Angie acknowledged it herself. So, Battler had advanced this game just as Beto had done in the past. To believe it or not. To accept it or not. The decision lay solely in the hands of the opponent. And so, Battler was trying to shroud Angie with his own illusion.
ようやく理解したわ。これは私とお兄ちゃんのゲームなのね。
So this is the premise of episode 8. A premise of perception. Perception of the family members that died in the incident in 1986. Almost said 84 by accident. In the incident in 1986. Was the family tense? And also always on edge? And always ready for the other to betray each other? Or were they a happy family that there was no tension and everyone loved each other? I'm here to go with the former. There's a certain character in Danganronpa 3 who says about the same things. Thanks to going through Umineko first, I could understand them quickly even though my initial emotions towards them were about the same. Okay. So Danganronpa 3 kind of goes into a similar premise of, you know, switching around the perception of the game board. Interesting.
Angie.
I still only played the first game with Danganronpa. I've not even done Danganronpa 2.
俺はお前とゲームをしているつもりはない。
いいえ。これはゲームだわ。私は1986年10月4日の真実が知りたいと願った。そしてお兄ちゃんは私にそれを見せると言ってこのゲームへ招いたわ。そしておかしな幻想を見せてそれが真実だと私に信じ込ませようとしている。おあいにくね。私魔女たちとのやりとりは慣れてるの。お兄ちゃんが優しそうな顔をして私を騙そうとしてることなんて百も承知なんだから。
Also, the ventilation in my room kind of makes it so that the heater can't get a lot of heat in, so I might turn on my, you know, portable space heater. It might be picked up by the microphone, but it is cold. Like I mentioned earlier in the stream, it's negative 15 Celsius. And yes, I learned how to, you know, talk about the temperature in Celsius just so that I can, you know, talk about it on stream. Because I'm not going to use freedom units. The big brother realized that no words of his would have any effect on his enraged little sister. So he just quietly listened to Angie's words. But even so, Angie was dissatisfied.
もうくだらない茶番は飽き飽きだわ。お兄ちゃんに真実を話す気がないと言うならもうおしまいにして。 私は私の真実を自分で探す。お兄ちゃんには頼らない。
Open American cheers. I mean, with the analytics of my channel mainly being from Europe, I might as well, learn how, to better, learn about the world, as well as the fact that, everywhere but America uses Celsius. Might as well use what the rest of the world, uses. Well, in general, people should be using Celsius over Fahrenheit because Celsius makes more sense. Sorry, I'm gonna go on this little ramble here because, no one in the US agrees with me, but I actually have to agree, Celsius makes more sense than Fahrenheit. Like, 32 degrees in Fahrenheit is, below zero? That's not zero, that's fucking 32! And I don't even remember the boiling point of Fahrenheit because the boiling point in Celsius is 100 Celsius. That makes more sense. You freeze at 0 and below, and you boil at 100 and above! I'm sorry. I had to. I fucking had to. Yes, Fahrenheit does not make fucking sense. I'd rather use Kelvin or something.
そうよ。もともと頼るべき人間なんて私にはいなかったじゃない。
I think I lost my 20% of American viewership at that point. After that ramble, I think 20% of my American watchers just left my channel. But you guys also have things that make more sense to me than what we use in German-speaking spaces. That is true. There are some things in America that I do have to agree with. Such as centralized AC. I'm sorry. I have to say it. Centralized AC makes sense. Especially with global warming. Like numbers. Million, billion, trillion, and so on are pretty straightforward. Oh, German numbers. I didn't think about that, actually. And yes, Kanema, the stream was today. But over here, trillion is what we call billion. Oh, no. No. I'm sorry, Mad. I'm sorry, Mad Goldsmith. No. I cannot. No. I cannot. No. Trillion is what you call billion. I'm sorry, but I do have to say, America does something slightly better in that regard. But I would die on the hill that Celsius makes more sense than Fahrenheit.
悪いが、このゲームから降りることは許さない。
ああ、そうだったわね。ゲームマスターが負けを認めない限り、ゲームは永遠に終わらないんだったっけ？
そんなつもりはないさ。黙って話を聞けってだけのことだ。
ああ、そう。なら黙ってることにするわ。プレイヤーがいなくても駒は勝手に動き、ゲームは進む。
I don't know where we got the other numbers from. France or something? I know Russia uses them basically. Interesting. I do know in some languages, numbers are a bit easier to count, which is why like some people from certain, language groups are able to pick up on mathematics quite easily compared to English speakers. Million, milliarde, billion, billiarde. As opposed to million, billion, trillion, quadrillion. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. What? Wait, okay, so... Million is million. Milliarde is billion. Billion is trillion. And billiarde is quadrillion? I'm sorry, no. No, I cannot agree with that. I cannot agree with that. Yes, there are definitely more efficient ways of notating numbers in English. Yeah, I think it's from the language families of China where numbers make a little bit more sense from what I remember because of the symbols of the language. And I think Arabic numbers are also easy to pick up, which is why there was a lot of, like, you know, advancements in the Arabic-speaking world in terms of mathematics, especially during the Dark Ages of Europe. At least that's what I remember learning. I'm not 100% sure because I don't know the history of numbers. When I was younger, I mainly focused on the 20th century for history, and that's a whole other ramble. However, the history of numbers, I do know in some language groups, is easier. It is easier to, you know, pick up on numbers. How far have we gotten since we started? Maybe about 1/4 of the way through this chapter? Hmm.
そうだったわよね。
Though I will say, in the topic of numbers, one of my final statements is, I'm sorry to say, but the US does numbers slightly better than Germany. How about we start trying to count in Danish? I don't even know what 1 is in Danish, to be fully honest. I do not know.
そうだな。プレイヤーを離れ、少し傍観者になるといい。そしてまた戻ってきたい時に戻ればいい。
そうさせてもらうわ。これはコンクラベよ。お兄ちゃんが真実をごまかすことを諦めるまでのね。真実より大切なこと？意味わかんない。そんなものあるわけがない。
あるんだよ、エンジェ。仮に俺の物語が真実でなかったとしても、あったとしても、お前は大切なものをこの島でなくしているんだ。
Danish has a slightly similar base counting system as French, except they use math of 25s or something. Math of 25s? Wait, is that similar to like 10s or something? Or I'm not sure. Wait, math of 25s? Huh. I'm not sure what that means. However, I don't know how great it is.
お父さん、お母さん、そしてお兄ちゃん。私が亡くしたのは家族と、そして全てよ。
She spat out those words as though no further questioning would do any good, and looked away. Even as he watched this, Balor's expression remained gentle.
勝手に進めなさいよ。じゃあね、お兄ちゃん。
I wonder if the lesson in episode 8 is for Angie to, you know, continue living on for her family's sake rather than focusing her entire life on this mystery. I wonder if this is the message here, you know, for Angie to continue on after this. I know that Frenchmen speak 80 as quatre vingt, 20 times, 4 times 20. Yeah, quatre vingt. I remember the little bits of French I learned in, 7th and 8th grade. It's as if 50 in Danish would be said something like 25 plus 25, or 25 and 25, or something like that. I don't know the exact details. Interesting. I really don't like that, by the way. I'm sorry, but 25 plus 25 in one word? No, just say your version of 50. Sorry, Danish. Sorry, Danish. I do not agree with the way that you do the math of 25s.
物語だけはちゃんと見ていろよ。
Unless you're counting quarters, I understand, kind of. Because it's like 2 25-cent quarters or something, but also at the same time, quarters is like, you know, American currency. And I'm not for sure about the conversion units in euros. I've only ever used euros once when I was in Ireland. However, I've not had enough experience with euros to know the full, you know, numbers of the, you know, coins or the dollars. In the case this game's purpose is to show Eiji that it's not worth spending her whole life on this mystery, then isn't Byrne doing a good and wholesome job? After the move she pulled in episode 7, I'm not for sure if I could call this wholesome. The English counting system is so weird. Swedish is more similar to English. Yeah, I don't think anyone would be offended by this opinion. I just still, you know, it's just my personality to apologize just in case, even though I know that most people might agree with some statements. Like, even the most, like, you know, ununanimous opinion I accidentally apologize for.
聞くだけでもいい。
気が向いたらね。じゃあ。
No, billion too? Oh, no, not billion. So it's, trillion? Trillion is billion? No. No. It implies a 3. It implies a 3. No. Trillion implies a 3. Billion implies a 2. I'm sorry. No. I cannot accept this. No. Oh my god, I'm spending half the stream arguing about numbers. But it makes sense though. Million is a set of 3 zeros. Billion is a set of 2. I mean, is 2 sets of 3 zeros. Trillion is 3 sets of 3 zeros. Quadrillion is 4 sets of 3 zeros. In Swedish, trillion. Trillion or trillion? Trillion. Oh wait, it's the J, so it's Yun. Not Jun, it's Yun. Oh, okay. Sorry. I sometimes forget the J pronunciations in languages in Central and Northern Europe. But 1 set of 3 zeros is only 1,000 though. Fair point. Fair point. It's after the first set of 3 zeros. Oh, yeah, so I guess in a way, million is 2 sets of 3 zeros. Billion is 3 sets of 3. I'm gonna move on from math. Angie's eyes clouded. Then a particularly strong gust of wind blew by, sending her hair flying. The wind must have been carrying some dust with it. Angie's nose twitched, and she sneezed loudly.
お兄ちゃん、
なんだい？
いつまでここにいるの？なんかお天気変。ゲストハウスに帰ろうよ。
The piece is back in control. Isn't Byrne doing a great job so far, trying to set Angie on the right path? Yes, the right path of, just not even playing the game before her and letting her piece do it for her. And just observing. Angie's eyes weren't cloudy anymore. However, the tone and atmosphere about those eyes seemed somehow different from before. In a manner typical of young girls, Angie signaled that she was too bored and wanted to go do something. This Angie was clearly a 6-year-old Angie.
そうだね。じゃあ、エンジェはゲストハウスに戻ってるといい。お兄ちゃんはまだここにいるよ。
どうして？もうすぐ雨が降ってくるよ。
Why are you staying behind outside, Battler? Is there a particular reason? Do you want to look at the roses? It is interesting thinking about it. 1,000 in Italian means mille. So it's interesting that we just call the million that. Maybe because it's mille times mille? Would make sense somewhat. I guess, 1,000 in Italian is mille. Mille multiplied by mille. Oh god, I had to pull out a calculator. It seems like something easy I should remember from the top of my head. But I'm just gonna head and type in my calculator real quick, because does that... Yeah, no, that does equal, a million in English. Yeah, so mille times mille. Oh, yeah, mille multiplied by mille would make a million in English. That's a really interesting idea, Matt Goldsmith. I did not think about that actually. I don't even know Italian, and I'm pretty sure Michael butchered the pronunciation of Mile. I'm not gonna confidently say I pronounced that correctly. I made an attempt, but I don't think I did it close. I can't even pronounce English right.
そろそろ来るはずなんだ。だから俺は待ってるよ。
待ってるって誰？
Nope. No. 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 No way. Then, to Angie's eyes, it looked as though the strong winds were carrying flakes of gold along with them. No. Is that Beatrice? Is this how we're gonna do Beatrice? Oh no, sup nerd. God. You're the real nerd here. No, she had definitely seen something, but she wasn't able to describe what she had seen. Track title, Birth of a New Witch, instrumental. Wait, there's no song playing. It's completely silent. So to her, had it seemed like flakes of gold dancing on the wind.
来たか。ずいぶん待ったぜ。
You've been waiting a while now for Beatrice? Shouldn't it be the other way around? It was as though he was talking to the what? Okay, there is Birth of a New Witch! Okay, now I have a feeling that it's not going to be Beatrice with this song. I don't know why, but I have a feeling that it's not going to be Beatrice. It was as though he was talking to the wind. Valor spoke to the empty rose garden. That can't be right. After all, it was clear from his words that he was talking to someone right in front of him. So, Angie thought it must be someone that she alone couldn't see, and she rubbed her eyes. Then, when she opened her eyes wide, another large gust of wind blew past her. Who do you think it's going to be then? I don't know, Birdcastle? I'm curious now. I don't know why, but I don't feel like this is going to be Beatrice for this song alone. I don't know why, but this song makes me think something is up. It's an interesting song choice right here. She shut her eyes immediately, and when she timidly opened them, from the other end of the rose garden, yes, from the path that led up from the harbor. It's also been a while since we last saw Beatrice, and Beatrice technically died. So who are we going to be seeing? A person appeared. To Angie, it looked as though she had appeared along with a cloud of gold flakes carried by the wind. It is Golden Butterflies. It is Golden Butterflies, and this song was the song that played when Beatrice was rebirthed in episode 6, though, as she entered the chapel. That is true. That is true. This is the song that played when Beatrice returned in episode 6. But what purpose would she have on the island this year? Huh. I mean, this could be Beatrice, but does it make sense for Beatrice to show here? Okay, yep, it's Beatrice. Yep. Okay, yep. And also, Battler's so casual with Beatrice here. Like, he used to be so against and hated the fact that she existed. However, now he's just like, yeah, this is pretty chill. How are you doing, Beatrice?
そうか、むしろ早いぞ。
Also, I like the backing track in the background.
たまにはお前も一緒に船に乗ればいいんだ。
Also, is this just like casual that Beatrice just joins them for the family conference? Burns game board. Burns piece Beatrice. Ooh. This could be Burns piece.
柵に捕まってお前と一緒に叫ぶか？
Man, it already feels like they're a couple.
いいぜ、叫ぼうぜ。落ちる落ちるってな。
なるほど、それも悪くなかった。認めよう。どうやらわらわが来るのは遅かったらしい。
There is one more lasting mystery of Umineko that no one has solved. The lyrics to Happy Marie. Oh, that's gonna be a video I'm gonna make in 5 years. Just like, you know, fully white hair, a super long ass beard, looking like, you know, Albert Einstein, but instead of just a mustache, have a full beard. And I just talk about the lyrics of Happy Maria. I love the backing track. It doesn't exist in the vocal version, so that backing track really sets its instrumental version apart from the vocal in a very nice way. Magical Goda Chef. Hello, Kingamori Shutensatsu. Sorry, every time I read the name, I try to, you know, say it all in one go. I try to say it all in one go, but I never say it right, I don't think. The pair casually walked up to each other and hugged. Aww. It looked like a pair of friends being reunited after several years. I wonder if in this fragment, or in this game board, I keep on saying fragment as if this is Higurashi. No, this is a game board. I wonder if in this game board, it's Balor Beatrice that caused the massacre. Last time it was Balor's parents. This time it's gonna be Balor with Beatrice. Bro's gonna be an old wise wizard in 5 years, confirmed. I don't know about wise. Old wizard, yes, but I don't know about wise. Angie, surprised by this unfamiliar woman, looks for somewhere to hide. Wait, when your older brother is, you know, casually walking up to this woman and hugging her, why are you gonna hide from her? Like, it seems like your older brother's chill with her, so she's probably gonna be chill with you if she's chilled with your older brother. And that your older brother is chill with her. However, her eyes met Beato's, and she was unable to escape.
おお、そなたはエンジェか。
Wizard because 30. Oh my god. I'll be 30 plus, but not the other part of that meme, so I can't join that party. She was shocked to hear this unfamiliar woman suddenly use her name.
こやつも6歳の頃はなかなかに可愛かったではないか。
Well, if we apply that meme's logic, I guess I'll just be a 30-year-old with white hair, not a wizard. Damn it. I lose the part of being a wizard when I turn 30. Damn it. Now I'm upset that I'm not going to become a wizard.
お兄ちゃん、この人誰？
お兄ちゃんの友人だ。
I don't even remember that part anymore, I must say. Oh, you brought up the meme, and I know the meme, but I'm not going to describe what it is. Magic is always on the table. It's not all that is cracked up to be being a wizard, that is. You're the one who exposed yourself, not me. Not really exposed to the correct word. Oh shit. Beatrice just got friend-zoned. Uh-oh. Well, Balor, you might become a wizard.
それはあんまりだろうが。
お兄ちゃんの友達？
こいつはベアトリーチェ。おじいちゃんから聞いたことないか？後ろ宮家に黄金を授けてくれた黄金の魔女の話。
Haven't I heard that name before? The Golden Witch. Now I remember. That was the scary witch who would snatch you up and carry you off into the forest if you didn't listen to your parents or stayed up too late on Rokujima.
雨の夜、真っ暗な森を窓から眺めてると、魔女と目が合ってさらわれてしまうかもしれないってお母さんに言われた。
Well, about Balor becoming a wizard, explain exactly how he would not become a wizard while dating Beatrice. Well, he kind of died in 1986, so I don't think there would have been a chance to see if he would become a wizard or not. Like, to make a fair point. Oh my god. My god. Yeah, I still remember the previous episode 6 where Balor made his own Beatrice. I also remember that one, yeah. The Balor Beatrice PC made. Oh god. But Balor did die in 1986, so we would have not known if he would have become a wizard or not.
ということは、わらわは夜更かしの子供を見張るため、寒い雨の中、窓を一つ一つ覗き込まねばならぬというのか。
I mean, at least Angie said the, you know, the evil witch that steals children at night story instead of the, you know, the mistress of Kinzo story.
それはあまりに無体の。
確かにエンジ、それはお前に夜更かしをさせないための親の作り話だ。
Also, I'm gonna briefly turn off my space heater so I don't overheat it.
彼女はそんなことはしない。
よかろう、名乗ろうぞ。わらわは黄金の魔女、ベアトリーチェ。
の、お孫さんだ。
Oh, okay, we're gonna straight into that.
孫？
お孫さんとは、なんともしまらぬ呼び名であるな。
だってそうだろ。じいさまに黄金を授けて黄金の魔女と呼ばれたのはお前のばあさまの話だろうが。
確かにそうではあるが、黄金の魔女の孫か。そのキャッチコピー、もう少しマシなものにはならぬのか？
この人魔女なの？
Okay, so what does the non-piece AG think of this storyline? I'm really curious to see her commentary on that.
ああ、そうだよ。今日の親族会議に招かれたお客さんだ。
怖い魔女じゃないの？暗い森に私をさらったりしない？
No, but she might take your older brother to the forest. Don't follow them, please.
おのれ、ルドルフに切り絵め。一体わらわを何だと思って吹き込んだのやら。
I don't think they approve of you, Beatrice, for their son. I don't think they approve of you.
わらわはそんなことはせぬわ。後で厳重に抗議する。プンプン。
She looked like a fiercely emotional person. But she wasn't at all what Angie expected the creepy golden witch to be like. She was very loud, overreacting to everything. Nothing at all, though, like the witch Maria One-chan had talked about, who had lived for 1,000 years and had various servants from the demon world. She looks, well, like an energetic young woman, the kind Angie's mom might have gone along great with. Oh my god, the George eating letters thing. I was half paying attention to the chat because I was just gonna let chat go off on its own because I was really curious about the Beatrice scene. But I just now read about the George eating the letter stuff. We're just talking about, you know, George and... Oh my god, I should probably read chat a little bit. I was really focused on this scene, but then I saw the letter eater George. I'm like, where is this coming from? Hold on. Battler is keeping this wholesome though. This is definitely he would be an incel though, if anything. That is fair. That is fair. Battler wanting some sort of action though. Beatrice is 1 year old to him wouldn't make him an incel like the letter eater. Oh my god. Well, he might turn into a wizard. He probably wouldn't be an incel anymore. Yeah, no, he's not the letter eater. He's not the letter eater. Oh my god. Tell us where Shanna's letter is! George is... Oh my fucking god. I need to make a meme with that. I need to make a meme with George eating letters. I need to make a meme with that now. That is such a funny joke. And in terms of Angie, knowing Angie, she probably thinks this is all stupid and unnecessary. Yeah, she thinks she's being gaslighted, as you felt about the whole scenario. She's probably just ignoring all this. Knowing Angie, yeah. Her brother and the witch talk together, happily like a pair of close friends. Close friends? Friends, you say? Dogs tend not to trust people they meet for the first time. Is the script referring to Angie as a dog? However, people say that they calm down once they see that their owner is on good terms with a stranger. I don't know how I feel about Angie being described as a dog. Surely something similar to this was going on in Angie's heart. I know this is meant to be like, you know, a metaphor. Not really, you know, saying anything about Angie, but come on. Is there no letter for me? Yeah, in about 24 hours. And yes, I do remember the Santa Claus meme I made. Angie kept staring at this pushy, temperamental woman who called herself a witch. Actually, speaking of the Santa Claus, I almost made a recent thumbnail into Santa Claus for the December 24th stream. However, I didn't want to overuse that joke. I really don't want to overuse the Santa Claus joke, because if you overuse it, it's not funny anymore. So I chose not to do it, even though it would have been a nice callback to that meme. I chose not to do it then, because I don't want to, you know, lessen the meme itself by, you know, overutilizing it. As she chatted happily with her brother. And yeah, at this point, Nanjo the Witch is more of a meme now that I definitely overuse. So I try to use it sparingly now so that, you know, it stays fresh. Still one of my favorite theories that I made in Umineko, though. Oh. We're back to referring to the key. Beito noticed the gold key hanging from Angie's neck. Angie automatically and defensively grasped it.
Angieの大切な鍵だ.
After hearing these vague words, the witch stared blankly for a second. But almost immediately, she seemed to understand what he meant.
なるほど。
Track title, melody, instrumental.
そういうことか。
すべきことを明確にした方が分かりやすいだろうと思ってな。
Oh yeah, Melody's a really good song. It's been a while since I last heard this one, actually.
安心せよ、エンジ。そなたの大切な鍵を奪ったりなどせぬぞ。
本当に？
もちろんであるとも。それはそなたの鍵であり、そなたが決めることである。バトラン、そしてわらわたちも、そなたを導く道しるべの役にしか過ぎぬのだから。
I think it was played in episode 7 somewhere. You know, I would definitely believe that. I'm not for sure if I remembered this song being played, but I definitely kind of believe that. When her brother gave her the key, he had said that it was very important, so she had to take good care of it. Eiji didn't have a clue what the key was for, but it looked like Beato did. However, just like her brother had done earlier, Beato only spoke in riddles. This irritated Angie, but for the time being, the Golden Witch said that she didn't intend to steal the key, so Angie calmed down a little.
あなたはこの鍵が何に使うものなのか。
I already know what she's gonna say!
知っているの？
Sometimes I like the differences of sentence structure in Japanese and English if you understand both languages, because I partially understand Japanese to the point where I knew where the sentence was going. So I always like it when, you know, the question in English is at the beginning of the sentence. Meanwhile, in Japanese, the question is like, you know, the start of the question or a part of the question is at the very end. So you already know what's going to be asked somewhat if you are able to pick up on the sentence structure. As well as, like, combining English translation with Japanese, because I am not fluent in Japanese by any means. I just partially understand it. And I'm still learning.
もちろんであると思う。だが、それを教えるわけにはいかぬ。
どうして？
その鍵をどう使うかは、そなたが自分で決めねばならぬからだ。
When text follows the voices, know what key this is used for? Do you? That was pretty much what I was hearing. Yeah, no, that's literally pretty much how the sentence is structured in the Japanese language itself. Like, it's so funny whenever questions like that are brought up in translation, because if you are able to, you know, if you're able to, you know, listen to the Japanese audio and understand what they're saying, reading the beginning of the sentence while hearing the question is so funny. Yeah, turning into runner logic. Kana? Kana? The witch said the same thing as my brother. The pair nodded to each other, but it was all Greek to me. But it was all Greek to me? That... Huh. I was not expecting that reference right there. Interesting. I think this comes from my Big Fat Greek Wedding. I've never watched the movie, but I remember when I was growing up, that was a turn of phrase that my father said all the time. It felt like someone had laid out a riddle that everyone knew about me, and everyone was making fun of me. If it did come from the movie, oh wait, a weird idiom? Oh, it might be an idiom. For some reason, I thought it was from the movie, A Big Fat Greek Wedding, but I've never seen it before, so I don't even know if that's a line in it. German also has a different sentence structure. In German, you put verbs last in sentences. Interesting.
やがてわかる。
I might have to ask one of my friends who has learned a bit of German if that ever confused them. Because, yeah, with Japanese, I sometimes get confused by the sentence structure, but having verbs in the ending of a sentence, that is so strange. I'm gonna have to, you know, ask one of my friends who's an American that learned a bit of German if that ever confused them. Because I know that would confuse the hell out of me, because, you know, I'm so used to the structure of verbs in English that even in Japanese sometimes, I struggle with verbs.
無理に考える必要はない。
Angie held the key tightly. Even she didn't understand what it meant. It was her own key, and her big brother had told her to take good care of it. With her youthful suspicion, she was scared that the witch might ask her to hand it over, saying that she'd teach her how to use it. Of course, her thoughts showed up clearly on her face. The witch couldn't help but laugh at that honest expression.
安心せよ。そなたのその鍵は誰にも奪うことはできぬのだ。
It depends on the time used. If you talk in the present, they are in the middle. Oh, okay. So they're in the middle of the sentence if you're talking in present tense. Okay. That, I'm actually, you know, able to understand a bit more, yeah. German also has a very strict and clear grammar and structure, so it's very easy to understand once you get a hold of it. Gender is a whole other headache. Even in English, gender terms are so, you know, well, it's not really English that has gender terms, that's more of a French and Romance language thing. Yeah. I kind of agree with Bahasa, which is the language of Indonesia, where they just have dia as like the gender term. Like there's no like, you know, there's no gender terms, it's just one term dia. That's so much more simpler, especially when you look into French, because oh my god, French. Ooh. Yeah, with all the gender for items and all that. Honestly, let's go with the, you know, way that Indonesia does it. Dia. English is nowhere near German gender rules, yeah. Yeah. English is pretty easy in terms of gender rules, even though at the same time I'm like, you know, I like the Indonesian gender rules where it's just dia. Our verbs do have prefixes, and sometimes they get put after the word depending on the sentence. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of grammatical stuff in multiple languages that I know that for sure I'll never get the hold of because I can barely get English grammar correctly. I cannot grammar.
誰にも奪えない？
そういう魔法が込められているとでも理解せよ。とにかく安心するがよい。わらわもバトラも、そして島の誰も、そなたから鍵を奪うようなことはせぬ。
Pronouns are completely different depending on which of the three German genders, as well as how you use some suffixes. I always remember the chart of the hardest languages for English learners to learn. And German's always like in the middle of the list of like, you know, it's not like, you know, super hard for English learners. I mean, not English learners, English speakers. However, it's not, you know, the easiest language for them to learn. Like, it's not the hardest nor easiest for them to learn. It's always in the middle. And I'm starting to understand why now.
本当に？
ああ、本当だよ。そういう魔法がかかってるんだ。
Yeah, in terms of languages that I'm learning myself, I have to say, Japanese is relatively easy for me to pick up, you know, a little bit of the pronunciation as well as the, you know, the way that it's written and formatted. However, when it comes to grammar, that's where I always get a little, you know, trippy on. English has the for every noun. German has der, die, or das. And they are somewhat important, and there are no clear rules for what's what. It's just feeling. In terms of languages that I'm going to learn in the future, German feels like it's already going to be a challenge. I'm just going to focus on Japanese right now, but I might move to German soon. Although I have also been learning a little bit of Arabic, and the script itself has been a pain for me to understand, even though I do have the motivation to actually learn it. The key was hanging around her neck, like an ordinary necklace. Angie could take it off right now if she wanted, and if an adult tried to use force, it seemed like it would be easy for them to take it away. However, both her brother and the witch said that it was protected by a magic that would stop anyone from stealing it.
魔法なんて本当にあるの？
Well, you better believe the magic or Beatrice is going to disappear. And that without the cases, at them and you also get dem, yeah, oh my god. Even the 6-year-old Angie knew about the word magic. However, she also realized that real magic didn't exist. And that certain kinds of magic tricks were sometimes called magic. Baka Michael. Michael's Japanese teacher, probably. Nah, they're probably saying Baka Maikeru. Because that's how, like, you know, that's basically how my name is pronounced in Japanese. Like Maikeru, not Michael. It's Maikeru. However, her brother and the witch were talking about magic itself.
ああ、魔法は存在する。
本当に？
マリアもよくわらわのことを話しているであろう。魔女はいると。魔法は存在すると。そなたによく語ったはずだぞ。
True. Maria had talked about that many times. When they were just playing, Angie had believed her, more or less. However, Angie was, in some ways, sharp for her age. And when she heard Maria talking happily about magic, she sometimes thought that such a thing couldn't really exist. You know, I was kind of that same kid when I was growing up. Whenever people talked about Santa Claus or magic, I'm always like, really? You actually believe that? Well, it would be like Maikeru, so it still sounds similar to your actual name. Yeah, it does sound very similar. Maikeru Michael? Yeah, that's basically very similar.
なら見せて。
ん？
見せて魔法。
Oh my god, Mackerel. Watch out for Kumasawa. She might come running with a handkerchief hanging from her neck, holding chopsticks and drill hanging down her mouth. Oh boy.
じゃなきゃ信じない。
おいおい。レアとは島に来たばかりで、まだ屋敷に挨拶にも行ってないんだぞ。
Wait, is this just like a casual visit that everyone's just gonna accept immediately like Battler has? Battler spoke as though he was trying to smooth something over. When she heard that, Angie became sure that magic didn't exist after all.
魔女なんて嘘っぱち。エンジェは知ってるもん。
おい、よすんだ。ベアトが気を悪くする。
よいよい。魔女に会えば誰だって同じことを問うだろう。いつもならばこのような幼子の挑発に付き合いはせぬのだが、バトラの妹であるからな。特別に披露してやってもよい。
The reason why I liked Umineko so much was because I was raised in a religious family, but after a certain age, I just no longer was religious or believed in the things I was taught to. Why do you think Battler waited outside alone with Angie while everyone else entered the building? Right as Beatrice was about to arrive. Why do I think that? Because they rendezvoused. As a kid, I looked down on magic stuff. Nowadays, I appreciate it. Life would be too great without it. I do agree with that, actually. I do agree with that, Mad Goldsmith. Like, even though I don't believe in magic myself, I can appreciate magic in the occult. Even though I just can't believe it myself, like, I just can't get myself to be like, yeah, I believe that. I still appreciate, you know, all the stuff with magic and the occult. Like, I still appreciate it. However, I just don't believe it myself.
いいのか？
よいよい。
Though, of course, I'm always open to, someone changing my mind.
では見せよう、エンジェ。
うん。
Though Angie had challenged the witch, now that she was about to be shown magic, she looked a bit hesitant. Yeah, more sentiments. Got it. Yeah, no, my apologies. Since we were reading Umineko, I was thinking about the occult and Kenzo, so that's why I said magic and the occult. It was hard to take people's beliefs seriously. Umineko helped me gain understanding about other people's beliefs. Yeah, I mean, in a way, Umineko has also, like, opened up my mind to different interpretations as well as, like, perceptions of things, and also, like, looking at things with love. Like, I do agree that Umineko does have that powerful effect. I liked magic as a teen and wanted to believe it so much, I kinda did. Then I stopped believing in it, but I do believe in the effects from the mind. So I don't mind magic, it lightens up the world. As long as you don't use it as a scammer. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, I don't appreciate when people, take advantage of magic for their own personal gain as a scam artist. Like, I do agree with that. Like, that is just shitty, in my opinion. That's why I always like the stories of Harry Houdini, who always went around and, challenged mediums. Because he always exposed the ones who were literally scamming people. Like, I do like the stories of Harry Houdini. Did he go a little overboard? Kind of. But I always appreciate the stories of Harry Houdini, how he always went after, people who were, like, scamming people, like the mediums back in the early 1900s of America. And yes, Harry Houdini, the escape artist magician. Even though he always said that there's a trick behind his, magic. So, like, the thing is, he was not scamming himself because he always did say that there is a trick behind it. It's just that you have to figure out the trick. She gulped, then stared up the witch's face. Did Houdini ever really exist? I'm gonna focus on Umineko first. I'm gonna focus on Umineko instead of the Houdini question. The witch held out her left hand, bringing it close to Angie's face. Then, she slowly spread her fingers. Angie, thinking that she was about to be turned into a frog, shrank back. Oh. However, after waiting a while and grinding her teeth, she realized that nothing was happening. So the part of her that had been scared began to get angry.
何も起こらないよ。
早とちりするでない。
Is this gonna be the candy in the palm trick?
まだ魔法を使ってはおらぬぞ。
Before Beatrice's magic trick, I'm gonna go ahead and use the restroom real quick before her magic trick. Like, I got 90 minutes in the stream without needing to pee. However, I'm halfway done with my drink. I'm gonna, you know, pee half that out. I'll be right back. In the meantime, enjoy this image of my mom's cat. There we go. I tried doing a gag where I was gonna kick the door open, but I realized that my mom's cat covered up the entire door. My mom's cat covered up the entire door. This is a nice cat. I like this cat. Thank you. His name is Tom. Tom spelled as T-H-O-M. Originally, I thought his name was Thom. However, his name is actually pronounced Tom, and the H is silent. Congrats, Michael. New milestone with 90 minutes. Oh my god. New milestone. Alright, let me get Tom off the screen. Alright. Yes, Tom is best boy. Oh, same name as... Oh, okay. You have the same name as my mom's cat.
わらわの手のひらをよーく見るがよい。種も仕掛けもないな。
Oh, so that's what she's doing. Now that you finally understood, Angie checked both sides of the witch's hand.
何もないよ。
よく見ておれ。こうして握る。そして人差し指を立てる。
She stretched out her index finger and held it right in front of Angie's eyes. You know, what would have been very funny at this moment if the non-piece Angie suddenly comes back to be, you know, the player of the game and completely, like, you know, trashes Beatrice's trick and exposing how she did it. That would be so funny. Angie, thinking that she'd lose the game if she took a step back, stood around and concentrated on the fingertip.
人差し指の先をよーく見ておる。行くぞ。早いぞ。
The witch rapidly lifted her index finger high into the air, pointing at the heavens. Just as Angie looked up to see the finger raised high, it swung down as though trying to dodge her gaze. I used to have a fear of cats for a while, but that was only because our own cat at the time really went through it. She would randomly hiss and 2 times even try to pounce at me. In that manner. Up, down, left, right, then left again. Aw, man. You could have written up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start. It is nice just to get to know that cats again sometime later. They're really chill mostly. Yeah, no, cats most of the time are just super chill or super hyperactive. Angie exposing Beatrice's magic. Another reason for Burn's game board. More humiliation for Beatrice because Burn lost. Oh no! That was the ulterior motive. It was not to torture Angie, it was to continue to torture Beatrice. Angie, feeling as though she'd lose if she couldn't keep up with a fingertip, swung her face this way and that, looking serious. Ever since she was very young, Angie had hated to lose. She would even take the most trivial game seriously, determined not to lose to adults. Well, she must have took it very rough when she lost her parents and brother. The witch's hand moved faster and faster. Angie didn't lose track of it. Then, the high pointing finger was swung down all of a sudden. The index finger curled up again, and the hand was held in a simple fist. Could it be that something was going to come out of that hand? Angie, who had suspected that this might happen, had followed the finger very closely. There is no way that once empty hand could have grabbed anything. The witch slowly opened the right fist. And there. Is this Happiness and Marinette? I think so. This might be Happiness and Marinette. I had a dog phobia growing up because I was chased by full-grown Labradors as a child, so I was always a cat person. Then gymnastic, English college, American high school, everyone had dogs around. So my phobia disappeared completely, and now I much prefer dogs.
どうしてお兄ちゃん
The witch gave the cutely wrapped candy to Angie as a present. Angie took it and desperately searched for some kind of trick on it, but it was just an everyday, ordinary candy.
どうして
Oh, Twirl! Fuck, I thought it was Happiness and Marinette. I don't know why I thought it was Happiness and Marinette. No, it's Twirl. And it's the Burn and Lambda Delta song.
デジナでしょお兄ちゃんお兄ちゃん
いいや、魔法だよ。エンジェもずっと見てただろ。
Where's Rika Furuta when you need her? Since I was watching the whole time, how did it happen? Angie didn't like it, but she was unable to see how that could have been anything other than magic. As little sister furrowed her brow and bit her lower lip, her brother gently told her again that it was magic. This battler is so different than the battler we saw in episode 1 and 2 and 3. And a little bit of 4. This is such a different battler. At this point, he would have been fighting Beatrice to be like, no, that was not magic, that was a trick! There's a little bit of Rika, Furuto, and everyone. God damn it! God damn it! Damn it! I knew I should not have brought up her name. I knew I should not have brought up her name. I still
そろそろ
remember
屋
her.
敷へ挨拶に
I
行く
still remember her. She has never been forgotten.
バトラも付き合うがよい
Never forget.
わらは一人では窒息してしまうわ
そうか。じゃあお供させてもらうかな。エンジはどうする？ゲストハウスに戻ってるか？
お兄ちゃんと一緒がいい。
She still couldn't accept it. However, could it really be? She still looked grumpy, but it looked like she was getting interested in this witch.
そうではないか黄金の魔女の帰還であるぞ
Aoi Erica from Heaven Burns Red? I don't actually know Heaven Burns Red, to be honest.
黄金の魔女の孫の帰還だけどな。
そのキャッチコピーもう少しなんとかならぬも
I
のか
wonder how Kinzo would react to that name. I wonder how Kinzo would react to that nickname. The big brother and the witch really did seem close. With kindred spirits like a pair of comedians, they started walking. Angie held onto the corner of her brother's sleeve, trying to make sure he didn't forget about her. Umineko no naku頃に Nocturne of Truth and Illusions, not allergens. Truth and illusions, not allergens. Oh man, that was a pretty good chapter, actually. That was a nice and wholesome chapter, actually. And now, during our next stream, we're gonna see the family's reactions to Beatrice's appearance. I mentioned this at the beginning of stream, however, for today, since I'm in the middle of my semester, I'm gonna be having streams be a little bit shorter than usual, since, yeah, I'm in school right now, and I need some time at night to study, so I'm probably gonna keep streams relatively shorter for right now, like do one chapter a stream. However, I do want to try to stream weekly until March, where I'm gonna be out of my town where I do college at, actually. So up until March, I'm gonna try to do weekly streams if possible. So that's why I'm gonna have the streams be a little bit shorter. Some studying. I have a worksheet I need to do. I have a Japanese worksheet I need to do. Oh man. The vid was starting to stutter anyways. Oh, the vid's stuttering? Oh, it is stuttering, yeah. I'm not being told I'm dropping frames though. Weird. Very weird. Is my audio cutting out? And wow, I actually ended up staying here the whole stream, even though I just meant to say. Well, thank you for staying during the stream. However, I did not want to keep you up late. Like, it's gotta be almost 3 a.m. over there. Like I said, I'm gonna be ending the stream pretty soon. Like, I want you all to go to bed, like I should be doing soon. And, well, once I'm done, you know, doing this. It's double-sided. It's double-sided. Yeah, no, I was looking at my other monitor for the stream, and I am seeing how jittery it's getting. Even though OBS is not saying... Oh, my audio's delayed? Oh, no. Wait, hold on. Let me turn up the audio. And wow, I actually ended up staying here. Oh, wow, my audio is delayed. Hold on. What? Oh, wow! Okay, so... On OBS, I'm, you know... I'm pretty ahead. Sorry you're hearing double mic. I'm just trying to see this. Oh, wow. The audio is delayed. Is it just the webcam? Oh, damn. Okay, yeah, this is super delayed. I don't know why it's this delayed. I'm so sorry, everyone. Nah, I'm standing up to watch what I missed. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. If the rest of the stream's gonna be like this, I might end it a bit early because of this delay. Because, yeah, no, that's kind of an issue. Is this gonna show up in the VOD? Interesting. I've never seen this issue before, actually. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know why it's this delayed. I'm so sorry, everyone. Now I'm standing up to watch what I missed. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. I don't know how late this is. That is so weird. I've never seen that happen before. And it's like accurate on my screen. Like if I tap my mic right now. Yeah, it's accurate on my screen. I'm seeing like, you know, the audio input capture, you know, accurately. Interesting. Take it as a sign. Yeah, I probably should end stream early, but I've never seen this do that before. It might be because it's like, you know, negative 15 Celsius outside. Like, let me double check my temperature in my local area. Hold on. Is it negative 15 or did it get lower? Negative 12. Okay, it went up a little bit. But yeah, no, it's like negative 12 degrees out. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end the stream right here. Like I would do like the thumbnail making. However, if we're gonna have this much of a delay tonight, I might just like, you know, for the quality of the stream, just like, you know, end it here. How about for next thumbnail, we have a silken Angie with her arms crossed, facing away to the side, while behind her there's a little Angie with a puppy filter face who's hiding behind Battler, who's... My computer's very cold. It's somewhat cold. It's somewhat cold. Sending that to Patreon. You might want to write the suggestion on the Discord, Gademba, because, I'm gonna forget this. I am going to forget that suggestion unless, like, you, copy and paste that onto the Discord server so that I remember. But, yeah, thank you everybody for, joining stream tonight. I'm gonna probably, like, once I, you know, say the last thing of the stream, I'm gonna, you know, let it run for a few seconds so that, you know, you can hear my final statements before the stream ends, since, yeah, the video delay thing is, the main reason why I'm ending this early. Like, I would have a discussion and thumbnail making, but, yeah, this is kind of an issue, so hopefully it does not happen the next time I stream, hopefully next week. In my area, there is a polar vortex coming, so, that might affect the stream quality if something like this delay is going to happen again. I've still never seen this happen before, and I'm still saying that, there's no drop frames. However, I'm going to end the stream right here, so thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you very soon. I'll be making an announcement for next week's stream. Hopefully by Friday, but I'll keep you all updated. There's such a long extra silence at the end. Rather hurricane on stream. I am not getting hit by a hurricane. Thank you all for watching.